Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to my channel. Just wanted to make like a quick video, maybe for any of my fellow people out here looking at getting into like the trades or any type of blue collar work for that matter. And maybe they're looking at getting into like an apprenticeship or becoming a laborer, whatnot. I just wanted to share some of my thoughts on the whole process with you guys. So my process started with the union. I've been applying to like multiple different job postings for these non-union, more commercial companies, like smaller businesses, whatnot. And I haven't been hearing back much. I heard back from like one or two, and it seemed like they were interested, but then it never went anywhere. So I went with the union. I applied to the union. Luckily, at least here in New Hampshire, Local 131, they were accepting applications from April to May, right? And, my stupidity, I put all my documents together, got all my stuff ready to submit, and then I went on vacation to Florida with my girlfriend, and it completely slipped my mind that I was supposed to submit my application packet. So, I was sweating, I was real concerned that they weren't gonna even take it, let alone give me a chance, right? Especially being me with no real plumbing experience. But I reached out to the training coordinator over at my local, and I explained the situation a little bit, and he got back to me and was like, hey, the bigger bosses aren't in till Friday, so if you can submit me all that paperwork tonight, I could probably slip it in for you, and you might have a chance. So if you can do that, look forward to potentially having you come in for an interview. Submitted it same night because I was, obviously had it prepared, but I wanted to make it look like, even though it's late, it happened right as soon as they asked me, and that's what happened. I got a call and an email about a week later. So this is June, right? They accept applications from April to May, end of May. May 31st, the deadline, I'm pretty sure. I submitted it on like June 2nd. So it was just after the deadline. I got a call like on the 5th or 5th or 7th. And basically it said they took my application. They like what they see. Mind you, I don't have plumbing experience, but I'm in a blue collar job right now. I currently work in the water remediation field, so we do a lot of like demo, hands-on. I do HVAC cleaning. I'm the only guy left at my company who can duct clean. So, that's mapping HVAC systems, finding the process of where to drill and clean them, clean the unit, and then put it all back together, right? Patch it all back up. Use metal tape, like aluminum tape, patch it up, put a new filter in, whatever. But so yeah, I have some experience with the blue collar stuff, and I have a lot of tools. So, but my plumbing experience only goes as far as disassembling fixtures and reassembling them, like sinks, like vanities, toilets. That's about it. But they like what they heard. They had me come in. I sat down. There was a panel of 5 for this union, and my training coordinator. So, and then let's get this out of the way. I know it's going a little bit back and forth here, but I as soon as I got the word, right, on June 5th or June 7th-ish that they wanted to interview me, I reached out to like a couple mentors of mine back at the high school equivalency program that I attended like years back, and they loved me then. So I reached out and I'm like, hey, could you write me a letter of recommendation, possibly, because I'm trying to get into this trade. You guys have been following me, and I'm already in a blue-collar job, but I'm trying to get into a career. And they're like, yeah, we totally would love to do that, blah, blah, blah. And then one went on leave. One never got back to me. And then the director of the program, luckily, said, yeah, but then he also wasn't around for a couple weeks. I think he was out of the office at another office. So he didn't get me my letter of recommendation until the day of the interview, like 2 hours beforehand. And I messaged my training coordinator, who set up the interview with the panel, and I was like, hey, I also wanted to let you know I have a letter of recommendation. I'm going to send it to you here digitally, and then I'm also going to bring in some copies for the panel. So that's what I did. I left work like 2 hours early, got the permission, went down to my local printing store, printed out 10 each. I thought there was going to be a panel of 10. Turns out there was only a panel of 5 for me, but I printed out 10 copies of my resume, my personal and professional references, as well as my new letter of recommendation. So I only got 1 of 3 as promised, but that's fine. And then walked in the interview, shook everybody's hands, told them I was glad to be here, glad to be given this opportunity. Didn't mention the letter until the very end, but the interview went really smooth. There was like 4 questions, in case anybody's like really anxious about this, because I was going into it. I'm like, I have some blue collar, but I don't know anything about plumbing, so I don't know what they're going to ask me. Turns out it's pretty generic questions, at least union wise. It's like just trying to get a sense of who you are, like a character, as a character traits. So it was, tell me about yourself, classic, that one. What makes you want to be a plumber / join the union? What was the other 2? Yeah, 3 and 4. It was, what skills do you have, do you think that would transition into plumbing? And I paused for a minute because I couldn't think of the last one. But yeah, I can't remember the last question, but it was another ethical question. It wasn't really like pertaining to much. Like even with the skills one, they're not, at least during my interview, they weren't really looking for like plumbing skills. You know what I mean? Like if you're getting into the apprentices or apprenticeship programs for any of these trades, I don't imagine, can't speak on anything besides plumbing, I guess, but I don't imagine they're really looking for very technical skills within that field. You know what I mean? Like they kind of know what they're getting. It's entry level. They're just looking to see if you have maybe some transferable skills, whether that's like customer service or if you've used a hand tool or a power tool, maybe, as well as like the willingness to learn, teamwork, team player type stuff. But yeah, they're not really looking for all that. They even mentioned that in my interview. Like they've noticed that sometimes some of the best people are people of no experience at all, like with any blue collar or trade type work, so they've never touched a tool before. But that mine was a bonus, and it was also a bonus that I was in the water damage fields because I work alongside plumbers, and I've talked to them, and I basically deal with the problems that happen because of plumbing failures. So whether that's like a burst line, whatever, water pressure tank valve let go, stuff like that, pressure release valve. But yeah, I just wanted to like make this video to let you know, like, if you're really thinking about it, you have this feeling in your gut, go out and do it, man. I mean, I'm in this blue collar work, and I could tell you I was still feeling anxious, yeah, but as soon as I sat down and I started talking to these older gentlemen, it does seem like, they really are trying to get the youngins in here. They're just trying to give people a chance. So if you really want this, go out and get it, because I just got a call back on Friday saying that I was accepted, I was accepted. I was number 7. I was ranked 7th of 12 of the people accepted for the apprenticeship spot, and 3 of them already started. So 3 of them, since just last week, already got a call to go to work. So if I can do it, you guys can do it. Keep me in the loop. Maybe leave me a comment letting me know what it is you're looking to get into. Maybe how you guys have felt during this whole process. And if you get an opportunity, man, I love to hear success stories. So this is a little bit about mine. I'll keep you guys in the loop when I get my call. 5 more to go. So I'm gonna let you guys go, but talk to you in the next one.